7 Essential Truths to Know Before You Start Dating. Welcome to our video on 7 Essential Truths to Know Before You Start Dating. Dating often raises many questions, especially for teens and young adults who are navigating this new chapter of life. You may be wondering, when is the right time or age to start dating? Are teens truly ready for the responsibilities of dating? What's the purpose of dating? And how does it relate to marriage? How important is age when choosing a partner? And is it okay to date multiple people at once? These questions highlight the significance of entering relationships with clarity, maturity, and intention. In this video, we'll explore 7 essential truths you'll need to understand before starting to date, preparing you for healthier, more fulfilling relationships that align with your values and future goals. Let's dive into these truths. Truth 1. Dating for marriage. Some people confuse dating with ordinary friendship. It's perfectly fine to build meaningful relationships with as many people as possible, engaging in conversations, working together, helping one another, and enjoying mutual support as friends. Sometimes, dating can develop from or build upon existing friendships, although this is not always the case. We are going to briefly explain the consecutive stages of a relationship that lead to marriage. Dating is the initial stage where two people explore their compatibility, often through casual interactions or outings, without any commitment beyond getting to know each other. At this stage, people may refer to each other as date, friend, or simply by name. Exclusive dating signifies a mutual agreement to focus solely on each other romantically, eliminating other potential partners, but not necessarily establishing a deep, long-term commitment. People occasionally use boyfriend or girlfriend during this stage, depending on their level of comfort and clarity. A relationship builds upon exclusivity, marked by emotional intimacy, shared goals, and a deeper commitment to one another's growth and well-being. Boyfriend, girlfriend, partner, or lover are typical terms at this stage. In more serious relationships, terms like fiancé or fiancée are used if engaged. Marriage or a marital relationship represents the highest level of commitment, often formalized through a legal or cultural ceremony, symbolizing a lifelong partnership centered on trust, support, and mutual responsibilities. Terms like husband, wife, or spouse are standard. Some prefer partner or life partner to emphasize equality or inclusivity. The journey to marriage can seem long, involving stages like dating, exclusive dating, being in a committed relationship, and finally, marriage. However, starting this journey without a clear purpose can lead to wasted time, energy, and resources, as well as potential deception and heartbreak for both yourself and others. To save time and effort, it's essential to be intentional and avoid dating multiple people without clear purpose, as this only prolongs the process. From the outset, dating is motivated by love and selectivity. You don't date just anyone, but rather someone you admire for their qualities, character, and abilities. This approach provides a solid foundation for moving into exclusive dating, as you already have clear reasons for choosing this person. Exclusive dating is important because it begins with commitment and trust, facilitating deep and purposeful conversations that help you get to know each other better. Thus, dating becomes an opportunity to discover if you share the same feelings and to decide to grow closer, sharing deep life stories, challenges, dreams, and ambitions to gain a clearer sense of compatibility. If, during this exclusive dating phase, you find alignment in values, love, and vision, the transition to a committed relationship can happen naturally, with marriage as the goal. At this stage, there is still the freedom to part ways if significant issues arise. However, if both of you agree to a lifelong partnership, you can proceed to formalize and realize your union in marriage. It's essential to get to know the person you're interested in during your existing interactions before openly expressing your feelings. Observe and listen closely in natural settings, especially if you share the same environment or social circle. Be mindful that special, intentionally romantic settings can sometimes present an unrealistic version of someone. If you build a relationship with someone you've never lived near or spent extensive time with, there's no other option but to start from scratch and navigate all 4 stages. While dating is not marriage, it's an important step that should focus on exploring the possibility of marriage, not just emotional or temporary enjoyment. If you date without a clear purpose, you risk wasting time, exposing yourself to potential manipulation, and becoming vulnerable or victimizing others. There are essential questions to ask someone you're dating. What do you love about me? And what is the purpose of your love for me? Their answers will reveal whether they appreciate you as a friend or if they are interested in starting a lasting relationship that could lead to marriage. You might discover they lack a clear goal, which is a red flag, or that their intentions are misguided and could deceive you. Sometimes their true intentions become clear through their words, actions, or attitudes. It's important not to be naive. Trust your judgment and discernment, but also pray for God's guidance to reveal the truth and His will, and to help remove unnecessary relationships from your life. If someone loves you but isn't interested in marriage, you should acknowledge their love, accept them as a friend, but make it clear that their expectations should not exceed that of friendship. Truth 2. Caution in teen dating. Adolescents under 18 are often advised not to rush into dating as their maturity is still developing, and they may lack the emotional and rational skills needed for healthy relationships. Just as society limits major decisions like marriage, employment, traveling alone, or living independently to protect their growth, delaying dating allows teens to focus on building self-awareness, communication skills, and emotional resilience. Rushing into relationships without these foundations can lead to misunderstandings, unhealthy dynamics, or unnecessary stress. By taking time to mature, teens can better understand themselves and their values, laying the groundwork for more meaningful and successful relationships in the future. It's important to note that the rate of maturity varies based on factors such as parenting, community, or religious upbringing, exposure, and life experiences. As a result, not all young people have the same opportunities for growth. Some teens may develop the emotional and rational readiness to start dating before 18, but this is not universally true or safe for everyone. Truth 3. Discovery of who you are before dating. If you are still in high school or recently graduated, you likely have limited understanding of your career path, financial independence, or ability to manage freedom without parental supervision. You may not fully grasp your own level of self-control yet. Many high school friendships fade after graduation as people's goals, statuses, physical appearances, and personalities develop. As you grow, new opportunities for meeting potential partners emerge through work, higher education, relocating to new neighborhoods, or joining different communities or belief groups. However, the pace of personal and financial development may differ between you and a partner, and other more compatible options may present themselves along the way. The rapid changes in this stage of life often lead to many surprises and mismatched priorities, resulting in separation. It's crucial to understand who you are, who you want to marry, and when marriage is right for you before committing to a serious relationship. This is why teen dating is successful for only a few, as most young people at that age do not fully understand who they are or who they are becoming. The foundation they build their relationships on often shifts quickly and significantly as they grow and change. These rapid changes can lead to a lack of mutual appreciation and understanding, ultimately causing the relationship to fall apart. Truth 4. Brain development's contribution to maturity. At around 25, a young adult reaches a significant level of brain maturity, especially in areas essential for planning, decision-making, risk management, and emotional regulation. By this age, the prefrontal cortex, the brain region responsible for assessing consequences, managing impulses, and making complex decisions, is fully developed. This maturity supports more balanced judgment in relationships, improved control over emotional reactions, and a greater capacity to handle the responsibilities of adult life, including career and family planning. In dating and relationship contexts, this developmental stage often leads to deeper insight into one's own needs and values, healthier relationship choices, and a stronger foundation for long-term commitments, as individuals are better equipped to evaluate risks, foresee potential outcomes, and pursue authentic, sustainable happiness. Girls are often advised to marry around the age of 25, while boys are encouraged to wait until at least 27, typically between 30–32, depending on their physical and mental maturity, as well as their financial readiness to support a family. The age gap between partners is also significant. A difference of around 3 years is generally acceptable, though still notable, considering that girls tend to reach maturity regarding marriage earlier than boys. A larger age gap can create challenges, as partners may find themselves in different stages or seasons of life, with varying ambitions, experiences, challenges, and levels of exposure, leading to misunderstandings and incompatibility that could complicate the relationship. Additionally, girls may feel a greater urgency to marry due to the limitations of their fertility window, a pressure that men typically do not face. Therefore, when you are dating, it is crucial to ensure it is the right time, that you have clearly defined principles about who you are, who you want to marry, and when you realistically plan to arrange marriage. Truth 5. Purposeful investment in dating. Dating involves a significant investment of time, energy, and financial resources, so it should have a clear purpose, ideally leading to marriage. While it may seem enjoyable, a breakup can leave lasting emotional scars and financial losses. To avoid this, it's important to start dating only when you're ready and confident about your intentions. Otherwise, it can result in wasted efforts, broken promises, and disappointment. Some young adults have faced rejection after supporting their partner's education, believing they were building a future together. In many cases, these partners initially felt love and gratitude, but as they matured and gained independence, they re-evaluated their goals and relationships. They may come to realize that their supportive partner is no longer a suitable match. It is important to give generously only what you believe you would not regret, and without expecting anything in return, such as marriage. Both men and women can feel betrayed when their significant investments in relationships end up fruitless, especially when it feels like they almost took on the roles and responsibilities of marriage. Similarly, some girls offer their bodies to please their partners, believing this strengthens their bond. However, this is inappropriate outside marriage, as it leaves them vulnerable to heartbreak when the relationship ends. Such actions are not a worthwhile investment during dating, regardless of the circumstances, and often lead to hostility and regret. It's essential to remember that dating is not yet marriage or a binding commitment, and either person can choose to leave at any time. While it may hurt, it's better to let go of someone who doesn't see you as the right partner before committing to marriage. Likewise, if you discover that your partner isn't suitable for you, be honest and courageous enough to end the relationship and continue your journey to find a more compatible match. Truth 6. Honest management of relationships. Some believe it's important to manage multiple relationships at once, as you never know which one might succeed, and you want to avoid starting over if one ends. They argue this approach saves time. While this fear is understandable, it's essential to maintain sincerity and demonstrate honesty. Failing to do so may leave you unsure of who you truly love, or cause your partners to feel deceived or believe you're cheating. However, if you follow guiding principles, there is a way to save time by not investing in relationships that you know aren't right for your life. Truth 7. Maturity for dating and marriage in the Bible. In biblical times, some marriages probably occurred at least shortly after a girl reached puberty, marked by signs like menstruation and breast development, which were seen as readiness for childbearing. Puberty, typically beginning around 12 to 14, is referenced in passages like Ezekiel 16:7-8, where a young woman's physical maturity signifies her readiness for a covenant relationship. You grew up and developed. Your breasts were formed, and your hair grew when I looked at you and saw that you were old enough for love. In this cultural context, physical maturity was closely tied to social readiness for marriage, given the importance placed on family continuity and early childbearing. However, biblical teachings on marriage go beyond age, emphasizing emotional and spiritual preparedness, as seen in Genesis 2:24. That is why a man leaves his father and mother and is united to his wife, and they become one flesh. This implies independence and the maturity to sustain a committed partnership. Alongside physical readiness, the Bible highlights the importance of family and community support for new marriages. Proverbs 13:22 reflects this, advising, "A good man leaves an inheritance to his children's children," showing an expectation that parents provide material support for the new couple. In Genesis 24:53, Abraham sends precious gifts of silver, gold, and clothing to Rebekah's family through his servant, ensuring blessings and material support for Isaac and Rebekah's new household. Therefore, the Bible underscores that physical, spiritual, and moral maturity are essential for marriage, encouraging partners to love, respect, serve, and provide for one another, as well as to multiply. In summary, the truths to necessarily think about before starting to date include self-awareness, waiting for maturity, dating with purpose, investing carefully, and embracing honesty. Each of these steps will empower you to make wise choices in relationships at the right time. Remember, marriage serves multiple purposes and happens at different ages, each with its advantages and challenges. Your decision to marry and the choice of partner should align with clear goals that honor your partner's well-being alongside your own. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share for more content on dating and relationships.